back in Canberra with one clear message.
People are doing it tough.
People are doing it really tough out there.
We're here to look after ordinary Australians and doing it tough.
Although not everyone got the memo about how that will be achieved.
Our position on the tax cuts hasn't changed.
But moves are afoot to overhaul the policy.
This proposal will be all about supporting middle Australia.
If we can move it from the millionaires to the middle, that's not a bad thing.
The Prime Minister presenting the plan to Labor MPs and senators, but not making the details public just yet. It's expected low and middle income earners will be better off under the revised model, getting hundreds more back than planned, about $800 for most. But people earning over $150,000 a year are set to have their original tax cut halved.
Mark down the 24th of January 2024 as the death of tax reform in this country.
Changes that make it fairer, that make our country fairer, are to be welcomed.
After repeatedly insisting,
Nothing has changed. We're not reconsidering that position. When you go to an election and you make commitments, you should stick to them.
the Prime Minister now has a fight on his hands.
This isn't about high incomes versus low incomes. This is about the lie that was told.
The Prime Minister has broken an election promise, but as more Australians struggle with cost of living pressures, Anthony Albanese is hopeful that they'll see this plan as fairer. He'll make that pitch in a major speech tomorrow, arguing the economy is in a very different state now to what it was nearly 5 years ago when the tax cuts were initially legislated.
My job is to respond, to seek advice and then to make a difference, to make the right decision, not the easy decision.
That decision now rubber-stamped by the party, the Prime Minister then inviting his colleagues to the lodge for drinks. Stephanie Boris, ABC News, Canberra.
So what does this broken promise mean for the government? Here's National Affairs Editor Melissa Clark.
This change to Stage 3 tax cuts is a pivotal moment for Anthony Albanese's government. It's a bold but politically risky bid to make the cost of living just a little more affordable. The government, deflated after its failed referendum bid, has been forced to rethink its plan for a no-surprises first term before a more ambitious second term. Labor's now decided not to wait, but to strike while it can in an effort to demonstrate it is willing to take action to help low and middle income earners. The Prime Minister will be hoping that explaining a broken promise is a better problem to have than going to the next election with hard-up households wondering why the Labor Party didn't do more to help. There's an economic risk here too, that low and middle income earners with more to spend will fuel inflation, the cause of the financial hardship in the first place. The political and economic effects of the changing of Stage 3 tax cuts will reverberate right through to the next election.